These are my NASCAR fantasy picks for the Cup Series race, and that is the Great American Getaway 400 at Pocono Raceway. First up is my brilliant picks, starting with Christopher Bell.
Christopher Bell.
On a roll, and he was beating himself up over that second place finish in Mexico.
Yeah.
You know, so I think he pulls a rabbit out of the hat in Pocono this Sunday.
I like it.
He's got to have a good car on the long runs, but his tenacity will get him far at the tricky triangle.
I like it.
Next up is Chase Elliott. I like how Chase Elliott came out of the gate running and never stopped in Mexico.
Yeah.
And I think that he's ready to get back up there with the big boys and outrun his comrades at Hendrick.
Wow.
The number 9 has 1 win and 4 top 5s and 10 top 10s in Pocono. And I think he'll have another good run on Sunday.
Good numbers.
I know. And last but not least is Denny Hamlin.
Wow.
This new dad is going to kick butt and take names.
Yep.
Much like he always does at Pocono. 7 wins.
Yeah.
7 wins, 16 top 5s, and 23 top 10s. How can you argue with that? You're lucky he's on your fantasy this
He just
week.
might beat your favorite driver.
He won here 2 years ago. Very funny.
Yeah.
He won here 2 years ago, and last year he came in second.
Right.
So as long as he qualifies well and they get enough gas in the car, and he doesn't have any, pit road penalties,
Yeah.
I think he'll be all right.
Okay.
Okay, my bold picks. First up is Bubba Wallace.
Nice.
Not too shabby in Mexico.
Yeah.
He might have a sweet day in Pocono. He's been decent here since he got to 2311.
Okay.
He usually finishes between 5th and 14th
Okay.
with really consistent runs.
Okay.
And I really think it's time for the 23 to break out and take the next step to victory.
Okay.
Another bold pick, which again, not brilliant, Tyler Reddick.
Mm-hmm.
He needs a kick in the ASS, right?
He needs something.
Put that on repeat and keep saying it.
Yeah.
But honestly, he's actually really good here.
Yeah.
I mean, since 2021.
Yeah.
And he's finished runner-up twice.
Wow.
And I can't give him brilliant, but I don't want to not mention him because it's coming.
If things line up.
If things line up.
Yeah.
He's got the ability.
Yeah.
Agree.
Agree.
So I wanted to go out on a limb with somebody weird and quirky and different. Maybe this isn't weird and quirky enough, but for my last pick, I picked Eric Jones.
Yeah.
You know what? When I look at his numbers since North Wilkesboro, he's been running pretty good. I think he could have a top 5 this week. The last 2 years, he's been, back up near the top, and I'm curious to see if he can do better on Sunday.
Yeah.
And last but not least, my honorable mention. Honest to God, I would be remiss if I didn't say William Byron. So good in Pocono.
Yeah.
So good in Pocono, but I know this is the time of year when he gets a little wonky.
Yeah.
So I would not be surprised if he runs down the field and just leads the whole race.
Yeah. It could happen.
It could happen.
Yeah.
But the other guys I've mentioned, they also, some of them really want it. Some of them need a win.
Yeah.
Because we're getting close to the playoffs.
Yeah. We're getting there.
So either way, I think he's still a good honorable mention.
Agreed.
So let me run that down for you one more time. My brilliant picks are Christopher Bell, Chase Elliott, and Denny Hamlin. Bold picks are Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick, and Eric Jones, with an honorable mention to William Byron. Those are my NASCAR fantasy picks for the Great American Getaway 400 at Pocono Raceway, and I'm sticking to them.